So it's called A Dozen Eggs. And to me, I know nothing else but miracles. How every day she wakes up with a lump in her throat telling her, hey, you're still alive. How the sound of bacon crackling in the pan at breakfast makes her stomach grumble. How the bees buzz in her backyard, making the honey she poured in her tea. How every day he wakes with a cold spot on the left side of his bed, telling him, hey, you're still alone. How the sound of his vibration toothbrush hums and doesn't let his eyes meet the pear in the mirror. How the bees buzz in his backyard, stinging him as he bent down to pick the wilted flower. How she needed to go to the store to buy eggs. She was supposed to make a cake for her mother's birthday. How she tripped over her own feet, watching the dozen eggs plunge to the floor. How she squatted to pick them up, hand touching his. How she didn't take her hand away, enjoying the foreign feel. And to me, I know nothing else but miracles. How he needed to go to the store to buy eggs. He had no more food in the fridge, and that's all he was in the mood for. How he watched her trip on her own feet, not realizing he fell in love with her beauty as the eggs fell too. How he bent to help her, reaching out for the egg fragments, but touching her hand instead. How he didn't take his hand away, hoping that the pieces of shattered shell in her hand were the pieces of his heart she'd put back together. How he told her she reminded him of Friday, because Fridays meant the weekend, and the weekend was spent counting the stars that touched the horizon. He told her he wanted her to be part of his galaxy, and her smile stretched longer than Orion's belt. How she wrote her number in blue ink on the napkin she found in her purse. How her writing looked as though it was a shooting comet across a white sky. How blue was his favorite color. How that day the only thing crumbled was a napkin ball in his pocket. And to me, I know nothing else but miracles. How a week later they went to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. How he hoped a second movie would give him a second chance of a relationship, for he was already the planet that orbited her sun. How she loved superheroes, naming him as hers. How they agreed to have eggs and bacon in the morning together. How 3 years later he proposed at the Applebee's down the street from her home. How he said he could be anywhere in the Milky Way galaxy and still find home with her. He said that each one of the stars stood for a new experience he wanted to have with her, that he wanted to explore them and form memory constellations, that she kept his planet slightly at an angle necessary to continue revolving, continue life, continue loving, how she said yes. How 10 years later he delicately caressed every one of her curves. He wouldn't be picking up broken eggs this time. How they would purchase toys for their grandchildren, sing songs around the Christmas tree, and love each other until it hurt. And to me, I know nothing else but miracles. How he wouldn't be alone anymore, for she was here to stay.